Yeah,
But
for sure.
I get it, definitely. Okay, it says that we are live. If you can just check YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Mhm.
Yeah, looks like we're up.
Okay, great. So, yeah, we have 9 viewers. Okay, hello guys, welcome to another live stream. So, this month has been very good, some very good trades. Today we will do a forecast, trade recap, why we are in certain trades, and then Q&A in between the forecasts and in the end, of course. So you put all of the questions inside the comment section. We will go through them. So first question that I see now is Ko je Sam? So basically, this is a Croatian question. Who is Sam? Well, Sam is a guerrilla trading trader, and we of course do live streams together, and we are also in an accountability group, so we know each other very well. And yeah, here is Sam. So Sam, do you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, me and Marco have been trading. Well, I've been trading personally for about 2 years now. I've been trading in Marco's accountability group for about a year. And yeah, it's been an incredible month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely an incredible month. Okay, so Abdullah says, hi guys. Hello, what's up? Luisa says, hello, hello.
What's up, guys?
And yeah, definitely an unbelievable month. We will see how it ends. We still have around, I believe, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 trading days. So maybe there's some space for another good trade. We will see. Martin says hi. Hello, Martin. Ciao. So, hello, guys. Did you pass new challenges with the profits? So for
Yeah, I
me, I
passed it.
did pass the Traders with Edge challenge, so I do have a live account with them now. And what about you, Sam?
Yeah, I passed phase 1 of an FTMO swing account. Just onto phase 2 now.
Yeah. So we are still passing challenges, and I'm definitely looking to get 100K FTMO soon. I think Sam is also you're on the road to getting an FTMO, right?
Yeah, man. The holding over the weekend, especially in this month, it's been, if I could hold over the weekend, it'd be great.
Yep. Definitely. So, kako si? Ja sam jako dobro. Kako si ti? So Wilson says hello. Maher says, hey guys. Peter says, nice to be with you. First live sessions, looking for more. Yeah, sure. So we will definitely do some more live sessions. Always fun to do them. But this month is definitely exclusive because of the really nice trades. So Robbie says, hey guys, where is the big smile? You had a great month. Yeah, so basically we did have a great month. The important thing is to know that not every month will be as good as this one. So we kind of need to, we can be happy, but we still need to think about it in the long term. So basically the next 3 months can be slow. So the money we make this month needs to keep us like, keep all the bills paid and stuff like that for the next, let's say, 6 months. That is of course what we recommend, right, Sam?
Yeah, you can't let the euphoria get to your head as well. Don't start taking shit trades just because you're up. Make sure you stick to your plan, even though it seems like trading's really easy right now.
Yep. So, kako ide tradovanje? Priča malo naš jezik. Yeah, so this is an international stream, so we will be sticking to the English language, unfortunately, but I'm sure you can understand. Ikram says, what are the hours you don't trade? Okay, so my personal trading hours are, I start trading from 8 a.m. London time on a Monday, and I stop trading at 5 p.m. London time on a Friday. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm actually the same. My cutoff time on a Friday is 3 p.m.
3 p.m. on a Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have a My Forex Funds question. So I'm not with My Forex Funds, but maybe Sam can help in this department.
Yep. They got the accounts reinstated with some help from Kimmel. Thanks a lot to Kimmel. Shout out Kimmel. He helped get the trades back, the accounts reinstated back. But yeah, we just got to be careful in the future because with our strategy, it's quite easy for multiple traders to have the exact same orders. So going forward now, I'm going to make sure that I use a copier that doesn't copy sort of pending orders and stop losses, so that the orders look a bit different compared to other traders. That's something to sort of take note of, because that suspension was very scary.
Yeah. So they definitely started looking around the accounts. As you know, we all traded a guerrilla trading strategy, and almost all of guerrilla traders got an email saying that we are copy trading and stuff like that, that they will be suspending the accounts. So it's very scary stuff. Again, I'm not with MyFF, but I know Sam and Antonio and Deshaun got some emails, and also some other people. Also on FTMO, there was an issue. We will see what happens, but I'm sure it will get resolved. So no reason to panic. Luisa says 42 hours so far. Tempted to go with FTMO as well as FTP. So funded trader program, or I'm not sure what FTP is, but yeah, so that's a really, really good return. And if you want a recommendation, I would definitely recommend FTMO. I think it's the best prop firm out there with their terms, and especially how big they are. They're definitely paying out traders, so you can rely on FTMO. Abdullah says, did you guys take the GU trade yesterday? Yeah, we did. We will go through the GU trade in the forecast, of course, but I was in this. What about you, Sam?
I actually missed it. I was at the gym and it didn't look so good on my phone. And then got back home, got on my PC, and then it started to look good. But yeah, I didn't manage to get in at the 4 o'clock candle. And so after I saw the aggressive retrace, I took my order off.
Oh, okay. So you weren't tagged, right?
No, I wasn't tagged. I had my order was on there, but I didn't get tagged in.
Okay. Martin says, what is your opinion on trading from TradingView instead of MT4/5? I'm sticking to MT4. I don't really want to be relying on TradingView connecting to my trading accounts. So for me, I just like to keep it simple and do it as I was doing the last year. So I will be sticking to MT4 execution. What's your take on this?
I've got no experience using the trading panel on TradingView. I mean, it could be good. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, it definitely can be convenient. I just have trust issues, because especially on the trade copier, it likes to disconnect, and then it doesn't copy over trades. Then I need to do everything manually. So I'll just stick to manual trading and rely only on the trade copier. So sticking to MT4, but maybe you try it. It works for you. Let us know if it does. Robbie says, we are only human. It's okay to be happy and celebrate, just as long as not every month goes well. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
So it's very good to celebrate, definitely. But we, again, need to think long term. So we will see how the next few months are. We are expecting some trends, definitely. Okay. Gabriel says, EJ looks good to short. It broke below the area of interest and not showing weakness. We will go through EJ on the forecast. I'm not really sure how it looks right now, but we will definitely look at it in a couple minutes. How long did you trade with Gorilla before feeling confident with it and taking challenges? For me personally, 6 months. 6 months was my backtesting section. So I did 6 months of backtesting, then I did a bit of live trading, and only after 1 year of being in Gorilla did I start taking challenges. That is kind of the average, what I would say. So for me, I would say the average is 1 year until you start feeling confident and live trading the strategy and, of course, taking the challenges. What's your opinion, Sam?
Yeah, I was trading with it about 6 months, and then I started taking challenges. Whether that was a good idea or not, I don't think it was. Looking back, I think I should have been a bit more patient and waited for sort of more evidence of my live results before I started taking challenges, because I blew a lot of money on challenges in the first sort of year that I was trading with GT. So yeah, you trade with Gorilla, and just everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different time frame. The main important thing would be to trade live for a bit, open a small personal or whatever, and then make sure that you can see consistent results from that before you start taking any challenges. Don't just waste your money on these challenges when you're not equipped to pass them. Yeah,
they are expensive, especially if you're just beginning. $400 for a 100K account is definitely a lot of money. Yeah. At least for me, it was a lot of money. So be more patient, definitely. There is no rush. The prop firms will still be there. if the FTMO or MFF is gone, some other prop firm will come. So definitely no rush. Just be more patient.
Yeah, the market's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the market is not going anywhere. In the end, you can trade personal account and you can get funding from private investors. So there will always be a way. Okay, Maher says, can you tell us the main EJ characteristics? For me personally, there are lots, but the main ones are we can look. So we can set a pending order that is really far away from the entry, maybe 30, 40, maybe even 50 pips from the entry. That is the main EJ characteristic. Other ones are, of course, we can get an impulse out of an ascending or descending structure. And the rest are kind of similar for every other pair. But those are the two main ones. So do you maybe have another one to add, Sam?
Sure, yeah. One main one I found from naked charting EJ is that it's definitely not as corrective as some of the other pairs. Like when it trends, it will go. It won't be a sort of slow trickle down to collect. Like everyone saw this week with EJ.
Yeah.
Once EJ taps and goes, it's a good day for you.
Yeah, it's an explosion, definitely.
Yeah.
It explodes. Okay. Can you go through what's included in your trading plan? So my trading plan is huge, but to be honest, I don't rely on it anymore. So I now fully rely on my discretion and what's in my head. So I don't really look at my trading plan anymore. I think the trading plan is more like training wheels for you to learn for your first year, maybe for your first 1.5, 2 years of trading. But then after that, everything will be in your head memorized. So I no longer look at my trading plan, which is in Excel, if you're wondering. What about you, Sam?
Sure, yeah. I'm basically the same, man. I barely even have to check my checklist or plan anymore. I mean, obviously I still use a plan because it's now so ingrained in my head. I can literally look at a setup and most of the time tell within 20, 30 seconds if it's actually part of my plan. Most of the time, if I end up having to sort of go through my checklist and check things, I'm usually doubting myself, and it's usually not a good trade. That's not to say I'm not saying that I'm a god trader or whatever, but sometimes I do have moments of doubt, and usually if I have a moment of doubt, I just won't even take the trade.
Yep, definitely. So I think once you get to the level, like after 2 years, it kind of becomes fully discretionary and everything is in your head, because trading is not black and white. It's very gray, and you kind of need to go by feel. So it's more art than a science. You can't really have 10 things and then like have it mechanical. Otherwise, there would be trading computers making 300% per year, which we do know that don't exist, at least not available to the public, right? So Funded Trading Plus. Oh, okay, so that's a prop firm. I believe it's a new prop firm, but I have not heard much about them. I guess they're good. Robbie says, if you don't copy stop loss, won't that violate MFF or FTMO rules? For MFF, you need to have a stop loss. For FTMO, there is no need for a stop loss. So, yeah, for FTMO, there is definitely no need for a stop loss. For MFF, maybe they tolerate no stop loss. I'm not sure. Maybe Sam knows.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that I saw the logbook that they had, and I had like 10 matching trades with other people. It's like if you copy everything in exact, it's just not going to look good for you. And I have had trades on microx funds that didn't have a stop loss and stuff, but they didn't, like, the little 0.1 lot trades you take so it doesn't expire. They haven't said anything to me, but don't take my word for it. Speak to them directly if you want a legitimate answer for that. Yeah,
the best thing is ask support. But I do know that there are traders not using a stop loss with MFF and everything is okay. Again, it's a risky thing, but you should definitely check with support. Okay. Smash the like button, of course. Smash the like button, guys, and make sure you subscribe. Tyrell says, I have a question. Do you think strike rate matters when it comes to passing prop firms? What's your take on this, Sam?
Well, all trading is basically an equation of your strike weight and your risk to reward. If you have a low strike rate and a high risk to reward, you'll be fine. If you have a low risk to reward and a low strike rate, it's probably not going to be so good for you. So it's a hard question. It depends on the strategy you're trading, depends on your style of trading.
Definitely.
Like I personally have quite a low strike rate, and I can still pass prop firms.
Definitely. Me too. Mine is around 30%, maybe even lower. So strike rate for me personally doesn't matter because we have this 20-hour trades, 30-hour trades, 15-hour trades. I mean, it just pays for all the losers. Even if I have a 10% win rate, it does not matter. So I would think the only thing the strike rate impacts is maybe you will not be able to pass every month. So if you have a lower win rate, maybe there will be months where you will be in the negative or around break even. So yeah, maybe you will not be as consistent each month, but the winning months will definitely pay off all the losses that you had in the losing months. Maybe with a higher win rate strategy, you will have more consistent results. So maybe you will make 5% every single month, right? So maybe that is something to consider because we know that with prop firms, you have a 30-day time limit. Do you check the 4-hour chart or daily before taking any trade to confirm the position? No. So both of us trade only the 1-hour chart, focus only on the 1-hour chart. We don't look at anything else. So we keep it as simple as possible. That is the best way to make money trading. Keep it as simple as you can, right? Right, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. Antonio says, "What's up, boys? What's up, Antonio?"
What's up, Antonio, man? Top G.
Thank you for joining the stream. Modern days, according to which is best, guerrilla trading or SMC? What's your take on this, Sam?
I don't think there's a way to really quantify that. It all depends on the trader itself. Every strategy has its drawbacks and advantages. Anyone can be successful with guerrilla, and anyone can be successful with SMC. I wouldn't say you can judge them. It depends on the trader. There's nothing wrong with either of those strategies. It just depends on you.
Yep, I would 100% agree. If guerrilla works for you, trade guerrilla. If you like SMC, trade SMC. I believe both are profitable, but between us, guerrilla is much better. So yeah, we can move. So Robbie says, "I'm glad you're honest about the trading plan. That is just there as a reference framework. Once you know, you know." Correct. So for me, a trading plan is training wheels. Once you learn it, it's all in your head and you go by feel. There is no black and white answer. It is either, okay, this fits my plan or it doesn't. Again, you kind of feel if it's a high probability trade or if it's only a valid trade, at least in my opinion, right? So maybe some people think otherwise. What is your win rate and how do you deal with losing streaks? So maybe Sam, you can take this one.
Sure, yeah. So let's have a look at the stats actually.
Sure.
I'll get all your stats. So yeah, my win rate is actually 26.58%.
26.5.
Which is quite a low win rate. But my average risk to reward is it's 7.8%.
7.8. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, the losing streaks are quite hard. I will be honest with you, I had quite a big losing streak at the sort of Q4 of last year. How do I deal with them? It's just experience is going to help you with that a lot. Having losing streaks and then crawling your way out of it is going to make you way less nervous with losing streaks you're going to get in the future. And also, if you're trading with a prop firm, just make sure you have data on your back-tested sort of results for what sort of your average losing streak is going to be. Make sure you get your maximum drawdown. And then I usually double that maximum drawdown I had in backtesting and then use a risk management model in your live funded account that will account for that so that you won't blow the account and you'll be way less nervous if you have that data in the background. So, you know, okay, in backtesting, my max losing streak was 8 trades. If you have sort of parameters in your funded account for 16 trades losing streak, you're going to be way less nervous and you're going to be way more composed when you're trading. So that's how I personally dealt with it.
Yeah, I would 100% agree. In your backtesting, check out your statistics and then double it, because in live trading you will definitely make mistakes. At least I made so many mistakes.
Sure, 100%.
My drawdown was 2 times more than in my backtesting. So, and of course, with experience, I now had a couple of drawdown scenarios, and it's kind of gotten a bit easier now. So I can deal with it a bit better, and emotions are a bit lower. So I guess with enough trading, with enough experience, you just learn to deal with it. There is no concrete advice, in my opinion, just trading and dealing with it, right?
For sure.
Any advice for phase 2? Just past the first one, waiting for the right setup to trigger phase 2. I would say stick to what you were doing. You passed phase 1 for a reason. You did good, so you had a good plan. So just stick to your plan. Don't get overconfident. Don't get FOMO. You have, I believe, a bigger time limit. So you have 60 days now, right, in phase 2. So you can take it. You can take it easy and just wait for the right setup. Especially Q1. Usually we get some really nice trends. Usually we get some really nice trades. So this is the right time to be taking challenges. I would definitely agree. So Timothy has missed us. Yeah, so I missed these streams too. So we will definitely be doing a lot more of these streams. Also a question from Timothy. Did we take EU today or the AU reversal last night? For me, I stayed out of EU today, but the AU reversal, I did take it. For me, it was a high probability setup. We will go through it in the forecast. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, same here. Didn't take EU, but I was in AU yesterday.
Okay. So John Doe asks, who is Sam? So Sam is a consistently profitable trader who is funded with my Forex funds, right? And he's from Guerrilla Trading and from the accountability group, same as me. You definitely can see him from the past streams. Go to my channel and check out the past recordings. We already did, I believe, 2 streams together. And then Ikram says, thank you, guys. Yeah, no problem. If you have any more questions, just put them in the chat. Also, another question from Ikram. Did you take the AU continuation this morning? I did not. I'm not sure which continuation you mean. We will go through it in the forecast. But yeah,
I think I know which one he
let's
means.
now get into the forecast. And we will continue with the questions later, so just put them in the chat. We will answer them all. So Sam, can you start with the first pair?
Yeah, sure. 2 seconds. How's that, Aaron? Can you see that?
Let's see. Okay, I will add it to the stream. Awesome.
Nice one. Perfect. So we'll start off with EU. So at the moment for the EU, I know Timothy mentioned, did I take EU today? I assume you mean sort of this position right
I
here.
think he does. Timothy, put in the chat if you meant the EU reversal. Okay, we can go on,
No
and then we will
worries.
see what.
Well, I personally didn't take this trade because what I'm seeing here is I'm not seeing any evidence that this market wants to trend. It's consolidating, and it has been for a while. A trend probably is going to happen quite soon since you've had this large consolidation, but I didn't feel comfortable setting an order here. Didn't fit my plan at all because, as you can see, we're just breaking highs, retracing, breaking lows, retracing. And we're not seeing any clear momentum from the market. So that's my outlook for EU. It's quite a short one. Nothing really to see here. I'm just waiting for more evidence of the trend to start.
I would agree with you. It's looking very range bound, and personally didn't take the EU reversal. For me, larger price action was stuck in a range, so I was not interested at that point. Okay, so we can move to the next one. EU is very boring. EU likes to range for a really long time. Nothing happening, so I think we can move on.
Cool. Oh, now we're on to AJ. As you can see, AJ's been very good to me and Marco this week.
Can you just zoom in a bit to the first entry because the picture is a bit small? Okay, that's good. That's good.
No worries. So should we go over the entries? Go over the trades?
Yeah, go through everything.
Yeah, nice one.
Definitely.
Cool. So AJ, the first position. If we go back, we did have some solid momentum to the downside, indicating quite a large downtrend. But then broke the low, retraced, and we kept trickling forward, kept trickling up in a sort of ascending channel. But with AJ, it's part of my plan. When I see sort of pullbacks in the channel getting way smaller and momentum building up in the candles, you can see again, look at these two candles compared to the rest of that price action. Momentum's clearly going up to the upside. We then had another tiny pullback and another push, which sort of confirmed to me that, okay, AJ is looking like it's going to start a trend. So set my order here, pulled back and lift off. We went off. Again, with the scaling that was taken on Monday, this was another no-brainer trade, really. You can see market's clearly trending. Small one candle pullback gave us the sort of level to set our entry at. Entered that, and carried on going again.
Yeah.
And then I was getting really cheeky and thought, okay, we'll scale in again to the bomb up here. Again, saw no shift in momentum. Price kept on going. I waited till after spread hours, and I think I got involved around this level. Price unfortunately tagged us out and then carried on going, but I wasn't too fussed, as I still had the other two positions going, and we managed to bank like over 30% on these two trades alone, which is crazy. I think I've had a bigger return this month than I did for the whole of 2022.
Oh, definitely.
It's fucking
I
insane.
definitely did. Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Just goes to show, it doesn't matter if you take 20, 30 losses in a row. It takes just 1 month to bring you out. This month we made 50, 60%, something like that. So it just takes one great month in a year to take out all of the losses.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
For me, I was in all 3 trades as you. I did like all of them, especially the first 2. And then the third one, it was a scale-in, so I was a bit more lenient. Would I take it if it was a sold trade? I believe I would. I believe I would. Maybe not on a Monday or Tuesday, but maybe in the latter part of the week. I did like the formation. And you can just see the stop loss trailing rule. It took us out right at the top, right? So the trend,
we squeezed everything out of that trend.
Like 99% of the trend. So just goes to show how powerful it is to actually have a trailing stop loss instead of having a fixed take profit of, let's say, 2-1, 5-1, maybe even 10-1, because again, here we banked, 25 on the first one and 12 on the second one. Okay. So
sure. And then in terms of my outlook going forward, I'm seeing there's a clear shift in momentum. Price is looking like it's going to start a downtrend. I'm seeing this as sort of a V reversal. So from the data I've collected, when this happens, let's get the exact figure up for AJ. 2 seconds. Cool. Yeah. So when we see this V reversal on AJ, there's a 65% likelihood that we're going to range and then continue in the direction of the second leg.
So basically, you would be looking for a range and then to sell, right?
Yep. So if we got this range and continuation, I would definitely be happy to take a bomb if we showed momentum, kept going down. And then if we got a sort of small range, no shift in momentum, and a break, I'll be happy to take a bullet from that level also. But nothing's set in stone. We'll just have to wait and see. If the V reversal continues and breaks sort of the low down here and sets up a bomb, I'll be more than happy to take that as well, because then it's a V reversal that sort of continues rather than breaking and retracing at the sort of neckline of the V, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
definitely. And one thing to note, after a huge uptrend such as this one, we usually have a pullback, and we sometimes can get on the pullback. So if there is a sell opportunity, it might drop heavily because, again, the market cannot just keep going to the upside forever. It needs to pull back a bit. So we buy when it's going up and we sell when it's going down. We can make profits on the option. We can make profits on the pullbacks, and then we really don't care. We just need it to go up or down. So that's about it for this one. I think we can go to the next one.
Sure, yeah. And finally, just for GU, this is the trade that I missed yesterday. It was a good trade, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with it. I was just at the gym and didn't sort of set my order on time.
What's the stop loss you use with GU?
13 pips.
Oh, 13 pips. Okay.
13 pips, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, as you can see, ranging, consolidating for quite a while. There's lots of liquidity pulled at the tops and bottoms of this range. We showed clear momentum to the downside, breaking and tapping into this liquidity. And then these 2 wicks here, in my opinion, would have cleared the liquidity at the bottom of this range. Then when we saw this continuation down here, it showed me that, okay, there's momentum to the downside. There's a potential that we are going to trend. I saw it a bit too late, though. Didn't manage to get tagged in at this 2 o'clock candle. It would have tagged you in and you would have been running at about, what was it? About 3% profit. But unfortunately, you had a full retrace. But that's fine. It fit the plan. And it would have taken you out for a small 1% loss.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would have been a loss. For me, it was a loss. So I got taken in on the first pullback candle, basically the small green one, before the one you placed your order at. And then it did end up a loss, but I will take it again. For GU, for me, it's ultra high probability. We have a large impulse down. We have a 1 candle red pullback. Price continues, clean close. So I cannot ask for a better setup on GU, to be honest.
It was a good trade.
It was a really, really good trade, in my opinion. Okay.
And then in terms of my outlook for the future, again, similar to AJ, I am seeing another V reversal up here. And like when you think about V reversals, if you think on a higher time frame, what's actually happening, it's basically leaving a giant pin bar on a higher time frame, which is why it's sort of likely to range and continue in the direction of the second leg, because especially on a higher time frame, when you see a big pin bar, it's quite a large confluence that the trend is sort of going to shift its direction.
Agreed.
So yeah, similar to AJ, this range doesn't concern me anymore since we've tapped all the liquidity out of here. If we see a nice break with a bomb, we have to take it. Again, if we break, give us a counter trend move. We have to be involved in a continuation bullet also. But yeah, that's my outlook on those 3 pairs.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So we're currently seeing a V, and the range is also starting, which, not really the sign I want to see because we are trend traders, but again, it can be a sign that potentially we'll get an up move. Okay,
For sure.
so we can now do a bit more questions, and then I will do my part of the forecast. So Maher says, can you live off trading 1 pair with guerrilla trading? To be honest, I don't think you can. I think you would be too inconsistent. You would maybe have 1 or 2 months that were very good if you were trading just 1 pair. But I believe you need at least 4 just to be safe, to kind of spread out the profits throughout the year. So I would not rely on paying my bills off of just 1 pair. I would do minimum 4, and I would do a bit more. I would do 6, as Sam and I are trading. Or Sam is trading 5, so 5 is definitely enough. But 4, I believe, is the minimum. What about you, Sam? What's your opinion?
I would actually disagree with you, to be fair. There's quite a few other factors that go into the question. One is how much capital do you have? And 2, what do you class as live off? How much money do you need to pay your bills each month? You can easily pull in, like, let's have a look at my stats. So, for instance, EU in 2022 made a total return of 8.66% last year. If you had enough money in your account, you could live off 8.66 return.
True.
So it depends. It's a complex question.
True.
You can do it if you have enough capital, but Do you have $1 million sitting spare to trade with? That's the question.
Yeah. That's a good point. So if you had enough capital, you could definitely live off just one pair. Do you have enough capital? That's the question. For me, I know I definitely don't have enough capital to be trading just one pair, so I need to kind of do as much as I can. For me, 6 is, I believe, the perfect number. But yeah, it's definitely subjective, right? So it depends on how you like to trade. Okay. How rich is Sam? And he is, of course, very rich, as Antonio has said.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Timothy says, yes, guys. So I think he means the EU reversal, right?
Yeah, I think he was replying to when I was explaining my outlook on EU earlier.
Yep. So for us, we did not take the EU reversal. It's stuck in a larger range. Not the best setup. Yeah, again, not the best setup, but if it fits your plan, then definitely stick to your plan. That is the most important thing. Smoker asks, how much do you risk per trade? I risk 1%. Also for the prop firms, for passing challenges, I do also risk 1% per trade, because again, for the strategy that I trade, it just kind of is the best option to pass these challenges. I think Sam has the same view as me.
Yep, I do the exact same.
So 1%, and I would recommend not going over 1%. Timothy says that he liked AU. Yeah, so we will go over AU. For me, I did also like it. Gabriel says, I did not take AU as it broke from ascending, but was not showing momentum. It was breaking with wicks. The retracement did not show shift in momentum, then continued with a solid close, but it was not enough for me. Yeah, so the views on AU were very divided, also in our accountability group. I think, Sam, you took it also, right?
Yeah, are you talking about this trade here?
Yep, so we can go over AU right now, because since you have it open, this is the trade. So let's actually
do
some analysis.
Change over to you.
Yeah, so for me, I was seeing, let me put my share screen, window, entire screen, this one. Okay. Can you see my trading view? It looks like it's lagging a bit. Okay, so Sam, can you see the trading view window?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, awesome. So what I was seeing, let me actually replay it. I was seeing a nice, clean ascending structure right here. For me, this looked very, very clean, really defined ascending. And when I see this on AU, I definitely expect a reversal. Then we got this indication of a reversal, and I did not have an order on right here. So right here, I did not have an order on because of this wick. So this wick kind of showed me that we are struggling to break down. Again, the prior candle broke, left the wick. Next one, barely filled it and printed the wick. So this was not enough. What I wanted to see is I wanted to see a nice larger break with, of course, a clean close, especially for a Tuesday. So Mondays and Tuesdays, predominantly range bound days, I need to see better price action. On Monday and Tuesday, I need to see almost no wicks. So I really don't like seeing wicks on a Monday or a Tuesday. Then it pulled back, and then it broke again, continued with that clean close I was waiting for. So at this point, I saw a really high probability setup on the Aussie and the US dollar, which is, first we have an ascending, then we have a push to a downside, small pullback, for me, no shift in momentum, and we continue with, of course, a clean close. I was 100% happy to take this trade. Most of these setups, according to my backtesting, work out, and most of them bring really, really good percentage. So yeah, that's my take on the trade. Sam, do you maybe have a different opinion?
Yeah, that was exactly the same. Did see a bit of slowdown with that pin bar at what time was it? 10 o'clock. But then again, one confidence I had in my trade plan was if I see wicks taking out liquidity in the sort of, because there will be a tiny bit of liquidity, especially on the lower time frames, just after that pin bar and the sort of range we had at 11 and 12 o'clock.
You mean right here?
Yeah. So just above it, we had that sort of, what was that? What are those candles called? Is it hammer? Hammer they call it.
Yeah, I think they do. So this one right here, right?
Yeah, that one.
The blue one.
No, that's the pin bar. I mean, it's the one at
this
one at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I saw another further confluence of the wick sort of taking out the liquidity on that sort of mini range we had, and then we saw momentum continue with the 2 o'clock candle, which closed very nicely. So yeah, my order was on. As you said before, prior price action was very nice, especially for AU. So I was happy to take the trade.
Yeah. For me, prior price action was super clean. With this setup, I'm just taking everything, especially with a clean close here. This part, yeah, you could say this was a slowdown. You could say you didn't see enough momentum here, but when they take into the account the prior price action and this clean close and this nice push, which broke by, let's see, around 11 pips, it was definitely worth the 1% risk for me. So yeah, that's about it for the AU trade. We can go on with the questions, and then we will do EJ and NJ. Which indicators do you use? We don't use indicators. We trade pure price action on, of course, the 1 hour chart. Yeah, GT traders do not use indicators.
I do actually have an indicator, to be fair, but it doesn't. It's more just for ease of use. It's just an indicator that automatically draws the lines for my highs and lows and the bullet line and stuff.
So what's the name of the indicator?
Yeah, let me get it up.
Yep, sure.
Sure, yeah. It's called the GT indicator by Bao Han. So I can link it.
Maybe in the chat or something like that.
Yeah. I'll get the link up and put it in the chat for you guys.
Yeah. And guys, make sure you follow Sam on his Instagram. What's your Instagram, Sam?
bis_pips. It's the same as it is here.
I will put it in the video description once the live stream ends. So make sure you guys go over there and follow him. So yeah, we don't rely on indicators. This indicator that Sam uses just makes it a bit easier with the highs and the lows. But if you're thinking about classic ATR and stuff like that, we just do not use them. Robbie says exactly how I saw the GU trade, Sam. So great, we're seeing the market the same. That is always nice to see. Stan says that he was also in this one. I think he means AU. Abdullah says up 3% and tagged out. Oh, GU, yeah. We were up about 3% and then we got taken out for a loss. It happens. It's really normal. What is y'all's win rate? So Sam spoke about it. What was it? 28?
Yeah, it's like 26.8% or something.
26.8%. Mine is around the same, maybe even lower. We don't care. We just care about the risk to reward. Sam, we need those stats. I believe he means the win rate stats. So yeah. As we said, 26.8%. Average risk to reward, 7 or 8, something like that.
Yes.
To be honest, I did not calculate mine. I don't know, but it should be the same or lower than Sam's. Okay. Robbie says, I think one pair is going to push your psychology to its limits. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to go through the markets for the whole year and just to look at one pair, which doesn't have many setups. So it can be tough. That's why I like to, of course, and that's why I like to diversify. Okay. The boys covering the massive trades. Yeah, so had some really good trades this month. The second trade is valid on EJ. I'm not sure What do you mean about the second trade? Do Sam maybe know which is the second trade?
Second trade. Are you talking about the one that happened on Friday? Last Friday?
Oh yeah, I think, yeah. So the first one was the big one, the reversal, and then the second one was on Friday. Yeah, so it's valid. We both took it. It's a really, really good trade. Kind of tough to spot. Not really a clean-cut trade, but for us it was worth the risk. Rika says hi, so hello.
Hi.
Smoker says thoughts on SMC. So Sam, you can take this one.
So yeah, I've got nothing against SMC. Every strategy in Forex will work. It depends on the trader itself. Trading is actually it's quite a simple process. You just buy and high, sell and low. Obviously, it's not as easy as that, but it's all on the trader to execute the strategy. If you want to do SMC, go for it. I have no bad reviews on it. I personally would recommend guerrilla trading, but that's obviously because I'm biased and I've personally found success with it. But if you want to go for it, mate.
Yep. I 100% agree with Sam. If SNC is what you like, if you like the lower time frames, go with SNC. But we are both in Guerrilla, and we will always advocate Guerrilla first, since it is what is bringing us profits. But again, no issue with SMC. If you like it, you like it. By Bong Hyun, yeah. So I believe that's the indicator, right?
That's the indicator, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Guerrilla trading indicator.
Yeah, shout out Bong Hyun. Great indicator.
Yeah, yeah. Alex says, backtesting noob, do you ever trade a range when it's a range that has lasted for like a month? Like if there are impulsive looking candles and maybe a break of the most recent high, but not the LTH lower time frame high, maybe? Not sure what LTH means. But Sam, what's your take on this question?
Sure, yeah. So this is actually my mate. How's it going, Maynard? Do you ever trade a range when it's a range that has lasted for like a month? Like if there are impulsive candles, we're looking for it. So generally, rule of thumb with ranges, never trade inside them. And then wait to see, generally if I see a big consolidation, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm waiting to see how we sort of break into the areas of liquidity above and below. I'll shout you later and give you a more detailed explanation on what I mean with your specific example. But like if there is, even if you see impulsive candles within the range itself, if we don't break the most recent high or the lower time frame high,
I think it's the lower time frame high.
Yeah, generally, mate, rule of thumb, if there's a range with guerrilla trading anyway, if there's a range, just sit on your hands and wait to see how we break it.
Yep, 100%. We are trend traders. Ranges are a big problem for us and a big no-no. So just wait for a breakout. And then actually maybe not a month, maybe like a week or a few days. Yeah, so same thing. For me, it doesn't matter how much the range is forming. I just need a breakout to the upside or to the downside. Okay. How do you deal with losing so many trades when you guys have bills to pay? Okay, so I can go first on this one. Basically, I have the YouTube channel, which brings a bit of revenue. I have the coaching business, which also brings a bit of revenue. And I kind of pay the bills through different sources of income. So yeah, it can be tough. Trading, especially in your first 2 years, I believe should not be your main income source. You should have your basic expenses covered by a full-time or a part-time job or some other sort of income, because you will just not make enough money in your first year or your first 2 years. It will put too much psychological pressure. So I would advise you to get a full-time, part-time job or some sort of other income source. What about you, Sam? What's your take?
Yeah, I 100% would agree. I actually went full-time with my trading back in April. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen my previous video where I had a bad experience with one prop firm. What was it, FMS, or Leveled Up Society, as they say. And I had my account removed, suspended, didn't break any of the rules. I was a good trader, didn't break any of their rules, but I still had my account suspended. And then again, I had another scare with my Forex funds where they were saying we were copy trading, etc. So I'm actually going to sort of go back into full-time work and trade alongside it until I've saved enough money to have my own personal account, which no one can take away. Because relying on prop firms as your sole sort of capital when you don't have any other income it's not comfortable. I made sure I had enough money for like a whole year before I quit my job, which was at least one smart thing I did. But again, I think you're looking at it from the wrong framework as well. You shouldn't have to have a winning trade to pay your bills. You should never be in that situation. That's just going to mess with your head and your psychology. So yeah, how do I deal with having so many losing trades when I have bills to pay? Is I make sure I have other streams of income to pay my bills. I'm not just focusing on my trading to pay my bills, because that is a bad route to go down. It's going to mess with your head and you're going to make so many mistakes.
Yeah, it's going to force you into trades. It'll create FOMO, and the emotions from trading will be 100% worse, I would say. But if the basic expenses are covered and you're trading on the side, or like trading alongside with your job, then it's much easier because there is much less pressure to make money. So yeah, you'll be a much better trader if you just have your basic expenses throughout the month covered with another sort of income. So Peter asks, can we revisit the GU trade? I need your opinion on a possible sell. So could you maybe, Sam, open back GU?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Okay, let me put it in the stream. Okay.
So which sell are you talking about? The one that we had yesterday?
I think he wanted to revisit the trade that we had yesterday, but he's also looking on a possible sell right now, I believe.
Well, for me, I see no sell. I'm not sure if you trade guerrilla trading, but I personally see nothing to do with GU at the moment. I'm just waiting patiently to see if we get momentum to the upside. Yeah, if you meant the trade we meant yesterday, as we explained before, there's liquidity building up at the bottom and top of this range. These 2 candles here clearly took out that liquidity, and we then continued to the downside. So I was happy to set my order at that inside bar there. That was the sort of reason why I took that trade.
Okay, so I agree with Sam. For now, I see no opportunity to sell. I just see a larger range. So I would advise you to be more patient. Unless you're trading some other sort of strategy. If you're trading on the higher time frames, maybe this looks like a good sell to you. But for us, it's definitely stuck in a larger range. Okay, so now I can do... so we have EJ left and we have NJ. Let me open them right now. So share screen. Let's do the entire screen. And Sam, just please tell me if you can see EJ on my screen right now.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. So basically, this was the trade that we were in. Let me go through it. What we were seeing is, or at least what I was seeing, I believe Sam was seeing the same thing, is that the reversal and the range. So here is the V, here is the range. Then we have a nice push up, nice 2 candle break, clean closes on the candles, which means almost no wick. 1 candle pullback, which is blue, and then a continuation to the upside with a clean close, and then with another clean close on the top. So 2 strong blue candles. It cannot get any better than this. This is like a textbook uptrend with these strong candles and with just the 1 blue candle pullback. You might be thinking, well, the prior price action, let me just delete this. Well, the prior price action looks a bit range bound. True, it may, but what we focus on is only the last couple of days of price action or last couple of hours of price action. So for me, I did not really take into account this part right here. The most important thing was this high probability setup, this V reversal, the range, and then this strong uptrend. I was 100% happy to take a trade here, even if it tagged me into candles. That's even better because then there is no momentum shift. And get another characteristic of EJ is that we can have our order very far from the entry. So my order was on here. I did not mind a larger pullback. That's just a characteristic for EJ. And then we got tagged in and price exploded to the upside, bringing, what was it? Let me just check how much percentage, around 15.75 or 15.8% win. So huge trade, huge winner, and a really high probability trade. Okay, let me now delete that. Currently, what I'm seeing a downtrend start. So this is what I was talking about. Usually, after a strong uptrend, price will pause, like it is pausing right now, and then we will get that pullback. We will get the exhaustion. We do also look to sell on the pullback. So if we get an opportunity for a break and retest, I will look to sell right here. If we get an opportunity to sell on a flag, I will also look to sell on a nice flag formation. So that's about it for EJ. Currently, I like this strong impulse. Prior price action is a bit range bound. I'm being a bit more careful, but it is Wednesday, so we can start to expect trends. If we get a clean break and retest, if we get a clean flag, I will look to sell on this large momentum impulse. Moving on to our final pair, which is, of course, NJ. So let me just load it up here. For me, this pair, I did have an order on 2 times, actually. So right here, I did have an order on because I was seeing push up, 2 candles, strong closes, almost no wick, then a bit of a wick, not a concern, pullback, just a 1 candle pullback, price continues, clean close. I was happy to place a pending long order. Unfortunately, I did not get tagged into this trade. Instead, price pulled back, continued. Again, with a clean close. Again, I had a pending order on right here. 12 pip stop loss, or actually 13 pips because I put it 1 pip above just to count the spreads. And then, unfortunately, we did not get tagged into this position either. Price just continued trending to the upside, and then there was no area where we could enter on the uptrend. Right now, current price action. So I was in no trades on NJ, but I did have 2 pending orders on. Right now, I'm seeing a range. I'm seeing this push down, but comparing it to EJ, this is definitely not showing me strength. I'm not really looking for a sell here. What I would look to sell, I would look for more of a push down, to be honest. Something like this, and then a break and a retest, or I would look for more of a push down and then a possible flag. So what's your take, Sam, on NJ? I know you don't trade it, but what are you seeing here?
Sure, yeah. So I'm the same as you. I'm seeing a nice push down. The liquidity at the bottom of that range definitely been taken. If we do see sort of a small pullback and a nice continuation, I'll be happy to set an order. And if we do see a continuation of this momentum and a flag pattern appear, I'll be happy to take that also. I wouldn't be happy taking a bomb at this level here because I'm not sure.
You mean that's like a bomb right here?
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy taking that personally.
So guys, basically a bomb is a flag.
Yeah,
the same thing but different name, just so you know. So this would be not enough momentum for you, right?
It wouldn't be for me, no. I don't trade NJ, so not too clued up on its characteristics and stuff, but just looking at it objectively, I wouldn't take a bomb there. But it's got some potential. It could give us. It
definitely could drop. Definitely could drop, but I would also agree with you. I would like to see a bit more of this downtrend. And I forgot to ask you, what's your thoughts on EJ?
EJ, yep, same again. Clearly taking the liquidity out of that range. EJ, I would, depending on how this closes now, it's not looking too good, to be fair. But if we don't see any shift in momentum and get a nice continuation bullet, I'd be happy to say that. With the way we've wicked right now, if I would be open to taking a bomb because I feel like there's a lot more momentum compared to NJ, but I would need a larger range. It would have to be a wider bomb for me to take it, and there'd have to be no shift in momentum whatsoever for me to take a flag at that level. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll
pulling back
definitely see what
quite
happens.
nicely right now.
Yeah, so let's quickly run through all of the pairs and then we will continue with the questions because it's of course the top of the hour. For me, EU range bound. What would you say?
Yeah, same. It's nothing to do.
Yep, EJ we just went through. AU, what's your take on this one? Of course, I had a loss here.
So looks like we're going from breaking and retracing the tops and we're breaking and retracing the bottoms. I wouldn't be surprised if we start ranging. Nothing for me personally to look out for or do here. Just got you keep watching and see if we get any momentum come into the pair.
Yep, I agree. So for me also it's range bound. What about AJ?
So yeah, I'm seeing a V reversal. Very likely to range and continue in the direction of the second leg. We'll be watching for that. If we do see that happen and setups occur within it, I'll be happy to take that.
100%, me too. I'm looking for something like this, definitely. Okay, GU, for me, it's range bound, but we are getting a V here as Sam went through it. So V range, we're looking for a push up, right?
Yeah.
We're looking for an impulse to the upside. Okay, and NJ, for me, starting a downtrend, but currently showing me warning signs and showing me not a lot of potential to go down. So I'm being a lot more patient with NJ. Okay, so let's do a bit more questions and then we will end the stream because 1 hour has passed. So let's see where we have stopped. Okay, so Joseph says, do you use fundamental to complement your technicals? So Sam, maybe you can take this one.
So yeah, not really. I could say the biggest sort of fundamental thing we would do is me and Marco both don't trade on NFP because we know it's quite a volatile time, and it also just gives us a break from the charts to do whatever we want to do basically. But that's as far as I'd say we use fundamental analysis. We don't really look at news or anything like that. We just trade purely off the price action.
Yep, pure price action, no news. News just cloud the judgment, in my opinion. For me personally, I don't like trading news. I know some traders love them and they are the main part of their strategy, but for me, I just cannot find much value in it. Okay, Smoker says, do you ever feel like you have horrible technical analysis when you keep losing so many trades in a row? Yeah, it's a terrible feeling being in a drawdown, losing 10, 20 trades in a row. It can get very discouraging, but the thing that helped me the most was having an accountability group and seeing other traders also going through the same thing. That is then much easier to deal with. So if you're struggling, if you're in a drawdown, I would say talk to other traders, see the experience of the other traders, and maybe try to get into an accountability group. It will make things much, much easier. So Sam, do you maybe have
There's another advice I'd have for you as well is make sure you have back tested your plan thoroughly, and then just have the data recorded. So in those sort of, I don't know, 3 to 5 years of back tested data, what was the biggest losing streak you ever had? And then see if the losing streak that you're on now is sort of comparable to that. Obviously, live trading is going to be harder than back testing. It always is. But if they're a similar number, just keep doing what you're doing. And as long as you're following your plan as well, make sure you're reviewing all those trades that you took the loss on and think objectively, is this actually fitting my plan?
True. Definitely good advice. Alex asks, why would you want a larger range for a bomb? So we want a larger range if we see a wick. A wick signals to us either a range or a reversal. We do not want a reversal since we are trend traders. We're looking for continuation trades in a trend, of course. But if we get a small range, well, then we can tolerate the range and we can tolerate the wick, and then we do enter on a bomb or on a flag trade. So when you see a wick, if you get a small, tight, no momentum shift range, I would advise to take the trade again in your backtesting first, just for you to backtest the strategy, see what works, see what doesn't. Usually those types of bombs or flags do play out.
Yeah.
Okay,
you go to
and now
naked chart, just naked chart when you see a wick of an impulse, and then see how often the bombs that show a shift in momentum or set up quickly play out. You'll see the ones that play out usually give us a wider sort of tight range and then continue to go.
Yep. Agreed. And then I believe this will be the last question for the stream, since we have kind of run out of time. So look at US 30. Sure, I'll take a look, but just a disclaimer, I do not trade US 30, so I can just do it by eye, see what is happening, see if it's range bound or if it's trending. Usually that is not hard to tell. Okay, so sharing the screen. US 30. Let's see, currency.com. Sure, let's use that. And I'll do 1 hour chart. For me, to be honest, this is range bound. I'm not seeing commitment to the upside. I'm not seeing commitment to a downside. So I'm just seeing a larger range. What I would want is, of course, a breakout of the range to a downside, then a flag or a break and a retest, or to the upside, nice flag or a break and a retest. I need to see a large impulse, large momentum, something like this. This is good, right? This large push down, this is what I want to see. What I'm currently seeing is pretty crap. What's your take on this, Sam?
Yep, same here. It's clearly in a consolidation phase. Not sure if you trade support and resistance. It'd be a good time to trade if you did. But if you're a trend trader like us, I would just be waiting here. I would be sitting on my hands and waiting for momentum to come back into this market.
Yep. Of course. And okay, let's do quickly some more questions and then we will end. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, no problem. We always love doing these live streams. Appreciate the points of view that you share with us. No problem, bro. Anytime. Man like Biz doing bits.
I know who you are, but shout out to you.
Okay, Timothy, hi. How do you deal with bigger numbers? You mean trading big accounts? The best thing, I would say, put it on a trade copier, trade your small personal, and then the big numbers will not have a big impact. Maybe, Sam, you have another advice?
For sure. Yeah, I've started doing what Marco does now. It helps a lot. I've been guilty with it. I've closed out trades before when I saw the figures on my MT4, couldn't help myself. But over time, you'll gain discipline from it. Just most of this stuff is from experience. There's not sort of one cure that's going to fix you. Just yeah, what Marco said definitely helps for sure.
Okay, Maher says, how much backtesting and naked charting on one pair needed in order to say you understand well the characteristics? I would say 1 year minimum. 6 months of backtesting, 6 months of live trading while you're still learning. So from your live trading, you should be risking minimum amount, 0.01 or maybe 1% of a small live account. You will learn a lot. Trust me, you will learn much more than in backtesting. At least I did. 1 year is the minimum, I would say, to learn the characteristics. Sam, maybe you have a different opinion?
I'm the same. I'm the same here, mate.
Okay. Okay, and you can take the last question.
Sure. Is it a good habit to trade the same way with any size account? So it totally depends, mate. I don't trade my funded account the same way I would trade my personal. It's just because of the drawdown parameters that you have on those accounts. Obviously, like in terms of like strategy and execution, then yeah, I would say it's good to trade the same way on any size account. For instance, you're not going to start going crazy taking trades that aren't part of your plan. But with funded accounts, make sure you sort of are comfortable with the amount of drawdown that you have available to you. Because it's like with FTMO and all these prop firms, they say they give you a 200K account, but in reality, you've only got, what, 20K to actually trade with?
Yeah.
So just be careful with risking 1%, because it is possible to have drawdowns that could blow the account completely. And also just make sure you stick with any of the rules that they give. For instance, the MyForex Funds equity rule. I close, don't hold over the weekend. If I have 5% open risk at 11 p.m., I make sure to sort of pull my stops up. So there's no like way that I could blow the account. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yep, 100% agree. And that's about it. I think we will end the stream here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Sam's Instagram will be in the description of the live stream, so make sure you follow him on Instagram. Do like the video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, we will see you in the next live stream. Bye.
Sure. Cheers, guys. Peace.
Yep. Goodbye.